Welcome to a brand new edition of Big Top 20 Countdown. This week, we're counting down the top 20 urban songs, and we're talking to our guest, Luqa. You guys, let's get this started. The number 20 song comes from Genevieve. This song is called Head Over Heels. Let's get into it. Head Over Heels by Genevieve on Big Top 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 19 song, Daniel Caesar, with Have a Baby with Me. Ooh, that's a bold title. Anyway, we're talking to our guest, Luqa. Luqa, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. How's everybody doing?
Yes, we're fantastic. I want you to tell my listeners about yourself.
Well, I'm originally from Italy.
Hmm.
I've been in the US for roughly over 3 decades.
Wow.
And I've been really doing music ever since. I've been doing music already. I started in Europe actually doing music. And then
Mhm.
um, at some point, or I should say, while I was in my teens, I decided to really come to the US and try my luck here because this is really where the happening place was at the time.
Yes. Yes. Wow.
And yeah,
Wow.
so I would do, my passion was always R&B and pop kind of got thrown into the mix because it was just, as the name says, popular music. So you're trying to really get into the mix and get your music out, and but I always maintained that R&B slow jam type of vibe that I really enjoy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What made you choose the stage name Luqa?
Well, Luca is really my name. The only thing that I did
Oh,
different, yeah, my original name is Luka. So the only thing is I changed the K to the Q just to make it a
oh,
little bit more interesting and, modern, if you want to call it that.
wow. That is so cool. So, what is the name of your latest project?
So, well, it's kind of still up in the air because really what has happened is throughout the last 30 years, really, I've been trying really hard to get the music out and push it real hard. But
Hmm.
the music scene, the music industry has changed so much and so dramatically that by the time I was really seasoned and ready to really, do all the things that you see now on Apple Music or Spotify,
Hmm.
it had changed so much that um, I was, you do get demoralized. I mean, you're talking 30 years. We're not talking 3 weeks, 3 months, or even 3 years. So after all that time, so as I did the album The End, which was a full album and it had all my greatest hits on it, as I say it, in my own
Hmm.
right. And
Hmm.
I finished it with chapter 1, 2, and 3, which kind of really explain how my journey went.
Hmm.
And chapter 3, unfortunately, I had no other choice, has become an explicit song.
Wow.
And so that was really the end, because that's why I called the album The End. I was pretty much done with it all. It was really uh getting to me, that because you turn the radio on. Anybody who knows or is into music, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You turn the radio on and you go, and this is for anyone, they go, well, I have songs that are 10 times better than this. Why is this on the radio, not my song?
Yeah.
So yeah, so as time goes by and you get older, your voice changes as well. You can't hit those high notes anymore. You can't, and everybody struggles with that. Even Michael Jackson struggled with that.
That's
And
true.
yeah, and so the latest project, I'm coming back to your question. The latest project that I'm working on, I wanted to really just make it, just to kind of hit the final stamp, is some just a real dance song, and something that could be played in a club, and just to kind of forget about everything, not make it too heavy, because the album was kind of a heavy, it was like a heavy type of mood, and it, even though some songs, yeah, it got you moving and it had that dance vibe to it, which I always want to do, because I don't want people to just sit back and go, oh, what is this boring stuff, and
Yeah.
I want people to always be able to at least bob their head if they're listening to a song.
Yeah.
And so this latest project is it doesn't have a name yet, but it has
Mm.
a really good club vibe, and
Wow.
almost like a EDM dance vibe to it.
Wow. You know what? When you're done with it, you're gonna have to bring it over here so we can play the whole thing, man.
Yeah, we will.
We'll still be here. Come on now. Come on now, even though with 10 seasons. I said it's gonna be the last season, but I lied. But anyway, we still gonna be here. Whenever you finish, we're gonna be here. I don't know, but you
It's
know what I'm
funny you
talking
say
about.
that. It's funny you say that. Not to interrupt you, but
Oh,
it,
go ahead.
we always say, I'm done with this. I can't take it anymore. And then, but your heart, you can't deny your heart. So if your heart is
Yeah.
really in that field, you can't let go. It's like a painter even a construction worker. Some people love construction, and they can't see themselves do anything else, and they
That's
stick
true.
with it no matter how hard it gets.
That's true. That's true. And that's how I feel about my music too. But we're not going to talk about that. It's not about me. It's about you. Let's get back into this countdown. The number 18 song comes from The Weeknd. This song is called Baptized
All
in
right.
Fear. Let's get into it. Baptized in Fear by The Weeknd on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 17 song. Joe Leone and Neo with Over Under. I kind of like that song. We're talking to our guest, Luca. Luca, man, describe
Yes,
that.
sir.
You've been here for 30 years?
For 30 years. Yes.
What made you come all the way from Italy all the way down to LA?
Um, well, it was really at the time, Los Angeles, Hollywood, it was the place to be. If you
Hmm.
wanted to do anything in entertainment, it was movies or music or theater. It was really all that. And so, and in Italy, in the small town I'm from, there nothing's really happening there. Italy is it's a small town called Matera. Matera is really close to Naples in the south, and life over there
Hmm.
is way different. There's no huge entertainment scene. If you want to do maybe some opera singing or things like that, then yes. But other than that, this was the place to be. So I just packed my stuff and I left. Yeah, people thought I was crazy, but I did it.
Wow, wow! You came directly to here, and describe, man, when you first started. How was it when you first started? When you came to California, how was it?
Oh boy, it's not all gold that shines,
Yeah.
so it was really, really rough. There's no sugarcoating it really, and whoever does is lying, because
Mm-hmm.
first off, it's a complete different language, and
Hmm.
it's a different sense of humor, different customs, different everything is different. There is no, you really have to adapt. No one is going to adapt to you. so
Right.
so you sometimes, you of course you try to adapt as much as you can, and then hopefully you'll find someone who's somewhat on your same wavelength at some point.
Yes.
But it was tough. It was really, really tough, because if you come from my type of background, and I'm not talking a rich, wealthy, or even silver spoon fed type background,
Yeah.
you come out and you have to look for work. You can't just, what we all think, and I say we all, people that migrate from other countries, they think, oh, I have such a great talent, I'm just going to come in and do what I got to do, and
Mm.
people will just be like, oh yeah, this is so great and whatnot. But it's the complete opposite. You show up and it's not about talent, it's about the connections you can build. It's really about the human connections. It's not about the art itself. The art always comes later, but you learn that way, way, way years later.
Hmm.
And once you understand it, then you kind of go, okay, yes, I'm going to make good music, or at least I'm going to try. And then I have to
Hmm.
work on these relationships because I need to get my music out. And if you don't
Hmm.
have the money, and in the end it's all about promotion,
Yes.
if you
Yes.
if you don't have the money to put the songs out, you're dead in the water. I don't care if you have the best song in the world, it really doesn't
That's right.
matter.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. And with all your experiences, what do you say has been like the most learned lesson that you? What's the most thing that you've learned since you've been doing your music?
Oh boy. I would say just, well, if we take everybody out of it and just stick with the music, i think
Yeah.
I think doing it as much as you can, because you really do get better as time goes on. The only disadvantage is that your body at the same time ages, and as time goes on, you always got to try to find to hit different notes in a different way, and you start getting more mucus, and you start coughing more, and sometimes as you perform you have to just turn away from the mic and clear
Yeah.
your throat and go back to it. Those are all the things. But so that's for the music. So you really learn more and more to deal with yourself, and kind of you learn yourself more and more. And as far as people, you learn people too. You really do. You establish a pattern in your own head, and you go, okay, I see what this type of person is about and what that type of person is about, and you try to go through it. And
Yes.
it's hard, once once you've tried to do it for so long, you really and I know I'm kind of veering off the question really, but once you try to do it for once you try to do it for so long, you realize what a small circle the people are that could potentially really set off your career. And but trying to get to those people, you got to weed through everybody else, because the a lot of people want to do it, and I think the difficulty is to how do you stick out of the crowd that wants to do the same thing that you want to do, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the difficulty.
Yeah.
And if I quickly can tap into this, like we were together at the show not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
and the difficulty also is, I think, for a performer or singer is how is the setup? If the setup isn't that great and you can't hear yourself, every other note is going to be off. Now the key is to be able to catch yourself and somehow mitigate the problem. But you know, if your monitor speakers aren't working and you can't hear, and all this stuff is happening, you're outside and none of the sound is bouncing back to you, you try to sound as best as you can, but man, it sure is frustrating.
It really, no, it is. It was kind of frustrating, but you know what? I guess you got to press on through it, I guess.
Yeah.
But you know, we're going to talk more to you. Let's get back into this countdown.
Okay.
The number 16 song comes from Q Parker. He was formerly of the group 112. Now he's solo. And it's a song called "Keep On Loving." Let's go do it. "Keep On Loving" by Q Parker on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, the number 15 song is by my girl. I love me some Mariah Carey. Type Dangerous. That's her latest single called Type Dangerous. I'm trying to remember the chorus. I like them bubbling dangerous. That's my girl. I've been knowing her for 35 years. I'm so excited. Her new album, Here for It All, man. That's all I am. I'm here for it all. All Mariah Carey stuff, I'm here for it. I love her. That's my second favorite diva. Everybody who knows me already knows who my first is. You know, Janet is first. You know, I love her, but Mariah's second, and you know we got to support her. So she's the number 15 song. But speaking of great songs, we're about to. It's time for the first extra song. The first extra song is your song, your latest single titled "Loving You, Loving Me."
Yes.
Tell me about this song, please.
It was it was really born with the idea of one really enjoys when someone loves you, right? Because people always go, oh, you know, you gotta show the love and you gotta do all this stuff, and sometimes you just want it back. You just want it back.
I understand, definitely.
Yeah, and so I really thought of it, and I go, because a lot of people would say, you know, loving me, loving you, but it's like loving you, loving me. It's the other way around. So I wanted to do that with the idea in mind that I wanted to do something that sounds like the 80s, you know, the 70s, 80s, because that, you know, that whole Diana Ross, Michael Jackson era, that whole, and I think I got it. I think I got it done.
You nailed it. I think you did.
And I wanted to keep it simple, not too complicated, because songs today are crazy, you know, the effects and the so many things that go on, and sometimes things get buried and then you can't do the mix anymore because there's so much going on. So I really wanted to keep it simple. Yeah. So
let's get into it. This is your latest single, Luqa, with "Loving You, Loving Me" on Big. Woo! Stop.
All right.
Yeah, I saw that from Soul Train, baby. I don't know that. Yeah, you guys, that was the awesome song, "Loving You, Loving Me." I like that, man. Ooh, when I heard that, I was like, oh man,
awesome.
Oh man. Was that one of the songs you performed at the event 2 weeks ago?
It was not. No.
So you know you performed another song, but man, I when I heard it, I liked it. I said, man, this is going on the countdown. And I gotta ask a question, real quick. How do you describe your musical style?
Well, I try to stay edgy and modern. I don't want to go too much old school, although I like to mix the old school with the modern sound and the instrumentation. So I would say modern, edgy, yet I like to keep some of the old school feel in it, because you know, anywhere from the 60s to the early 2000s is kind of like where it was really at, and then it veered into the mumble rap.
Yeah, that's what I said. We made a mess.
Yeah, I would say. And so to me, and I always like the storytelling. So to me, it's like if you can't understand somebody, in the song or what they're saying, I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah,
And
thank
just
you.
yeah.
Yes, throw it out. Throw it out. Yeah. Yeah. So you're doing a lot. Do you do a lot of shows?
Before COVID, I did.
Hmm.
After COVID, it all kind of died for me. In fact, before COVID,
Hmm.
I started getting radio airplay in New York, Virginia. Um,
Wow.
like it was really happening. And then right as COVID hit, it was done because people that I was in contact with that were working at the radio stations, some of
Um,
them were fired, some of them just didn't come back. So all those contacts disappeared into the universe.
wow.
And yeah, and so building these new relationships, it's been almost impossible. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. That's crazy. Wow.
I know.
Oh, it's gonna make you wish that COVID never happened.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's and and it didn't only affect us as the performers in that sense. I mean, all the small businesses, everything went down the drain. I mean, even you can drive down some streets still, and you still see so many closed businesses,
Yes.
and
Yes, I
they really
agree.
did a doozy. They really did. Yeah,
It really did, man. Now we hear it's coming back, and it's I hope it doesn't. But
I hope so. Yeah.
hey, it's craziness. It's craziness. As a singer, what's the most important thing that you can have in your music? I mean, integrity. What I mean, what I mean, I don't mean to answer for you. What's the most important thing that you think people should get from your music?
Well, always be yourself. I always try to stay real in the songs. Of course, there's some fun songs where it's just what would you say, like a sweet taste without any real heavy substance.
Hmm.
Um, but always be yourself. I think it does come through even in your lyrics. If you write songs like I do, write my own songs.
Hmm.
I did do a couple of covers, and I had a couple of
Wow.
songs write by someone else. But most of the songs I write. So I think if you stay true to what you do and say and how you feel, it always comes out in the song. I don't care what style of song it is. I think just keep it real. Sometimes people go, well, you shouldn't, and you don't say this, don't say that. But I think if you keep it real, people know it and people enjoy it more, I think.
I'm a living witness of that. I'm definitely a living witness of that. But we're going to talk more to you. But let's get back into this countdown. The number 14 song comes from Antonio and Armani. The song is called Country Girl. Let's get into it. Tonio Armani with Country Girl on the Go Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did a three in a row for you. We did Tonio Armani, number 14 was Country Girl. Number 13 was the legend himself, Stokely of Mint Condition. He's rare. He has a new song called Rare. No, no, no. And the 12 was one of my very favorite songs in this countdown by Eric Benet and the awesome NDRE. They have a song called Must Be Love. Now it's time to get into the comedy corner. Usually I feature a comic that I really, really love, but this comic, I absolutely love him so much. He is the best thing since sliced bread. He is the best thing that ever walked the earth. And if you don't know it by now, I'm talking about myself. And we're gonna do my comedy, man. Let's do the comedy corner is me. Man. Let's get into it. The comedy of me on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, y'all. You know I had to insert myself in this countdown some kind of way,
You know
man.
it.
You know I gotta do it. It's my countdown, so I can't play I'm playing the music, but I'm also saying, you know what I'm saying? You got to do some comedy myself. And you guys, we're talking to our guest, Luca. Luca, you're a legend. So,
Well,
what's one thing that
thank
you haven't done that you would really like to do?
you. I still haven't done a song with um a known artist. I mean, ultimately, I think that's everyone's dream, though, to do a song with a known artist. I'd love to have like Snoop Dogg in one of my choruses or something, like a nice little rap verse or something. That would be
Yeah.
great. I'd like to do that. That would be something to really switch it up a little bit.
But we're gonna break this on the countdown. We got breaking news. We had it 2 weeks ago, but I'm gonna break it on my show. You got one known artist coming up with Eloise Laws. I can't wait to hear that song. That's
That's
gonna
right.
be awesome, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear that. Well, do you have any ideas of what you want to do with her or what?
Well,
Can you share anything?
we briefly talked when we met, and she had some ideas of like either doing for me like to do a little fast rap type thing, or uh, we're not quite sure yet. So we'll see. It's still in the works. We'll see when we
I
get there.
can't wait. I'm
Yeah,
excited. I can't wait because I heard her and I heard you. I said, it's gonna be bomb. You know, I still use the '90s language when we say bomb. You know, when we were
I
kids,
know,
we
I
say
know.
bomb. I'm still in that. You know, I still haven't got to. I still bomb tight. Language has changed so much. I'm
Oh
telling
my
you,
God.
man.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
what's the kid saying now? I don't know. I
It's
don't
like,
know.
it's fire. It's fire.
Fire, yeah, that's gonna be fire, yeah. Thank you for putting me up to speed. I'm still stuck in the '90s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh my God.
We're talking to a girl, Luca. Luca, you know what? Well, I ask you what things that you haven't done. Oh, you know what? Let's get back in this countdown because I want to play your song next. But let's get
Okay.
back in this countdown. The number 11 song comes from Kim. This song is called Rock With Me. Let's get into it. Kim with Rock With Me on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the awesome Tiana Taylor with Bed of Roses. I kind of like that song. Now it's time to get into your song, A New Dawn. Oh, gosh, I like that title. You
Oh
got to tell
yeah.
me about
Yeah, that's a great song. That is a song. If anyone wants to listen to a good song without, because many new songs right away they start with the chorus and the whole thing, and the story is really just buried. So this song starts off nice and soft and slow, and it explains the whole story, and then when the chorus hits, it really gets going. So A New Dawn is it was a song I felt like, after so many years that I was you get beat down a lot, and
this.
you get demoralized, and it
Yes,
really, that's how it felt like you get knocked down, and when you wake up, you wake up with some kind of clarity, and the song
yes.
really explains it. It is a good song. I infused a little bit of rock in there.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it worked for that particular song. It did. But yeah, what a
mm,
song. I mean, it's hard to describe the song. You really have to listen to it to
yeah.
understand it. It reminds me a little bit of um Earth Song by Michael Jackson. That's what it kind of
Oh,
reminds me
yeah.
of.
I like that song. I
Yeah.
love that song. But let's get into it. Their single called A New Dawn by
Mhm.
Luca on Big Old Top 20 Countdown, baby.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you guys are talking to our guest, Luca. Luca, man, where do you see yourself the next, I'm going to give you a thing, 5 years?
Next 5 years. Uh,
Hmm.
well, I hope that that I'll out of all the songs that I have, I hope that I'll have pulled a song into, I should say, into mainstream, that everybody really can enjoy. There's some good songs. I always hope that my song "She Wants Control," I thought it was always a perfect radio song,
Uh-huh.
and I was hoping that that song somehow ends up really on the radio. It is a fantastic song, and
Wow.
so I see myself really at least one radio hit song. One song should come up. After 30 years. I think I deserve a hit song on the radio.
You do. You've been putting in work. Wow,
Yeah.
30 years. Wow, putting in work. 30 years. Oh, and you guys, we touched on it before, but I always tell you guys how I met him, met the artist. I actually met him, yeah, at
Yeah.
our friend, a mutual friend of ours, Dante Mitchell. I think that's your manager's friend. But anyways, they had a Paylift had like a summer series fundraiser, and he was one of the artists. And oh my God, he blew the stage. He blew everybody away. You were awesome, man. What
Thank
I
you
saw,
very
I
much.
didn't get a chance to see I didn't get a chance to see the whole thing because I had to leave. But man, incredible, man. And so since then, I said, I want you on my podcast. And so he
Awesome.
agreed
Yeah.
to come
Thank you
on the
so much.
podcast. He agreed to be on the podcast, and I'm thankful that he did. Um, Luca,
Yes, sir.
wow, you are an artist. What do you want to be remembered? What do you want to be remembered by?
Uh,
What's your legacy?
I think just somebody who worked hard, and kept his head down and kept on moving, and hopefully they'll remember some good songs. That's all you can do, really. It's in a way you can't guide. I am a firm believer in that. You can't really guide your destiny. I really don't think so. I think things just
Mhm.
happen, or they're supposed to happen.
Yeah,
So I think at this point, the way my head is, I would say just to be remembered as a hardworking guy, a guy that stuck to his word and did what he said, and did some good songs. That's it. I mean, what else can one ask for?
that's right.
You know.
That's
Uh,
right. I'm talking more to you, but let's get back in this countdown. The number 9 song comes from SZA, 30 for 30, featuring Kendrick Lamar. Let's get into it. Number 9, 30 for 30 by SZA on Big Gold Sub 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did three in a row for you. We did SZA, 30 for 30, featuring Kendrick Lamar. Number 8 was Jane Hancock with Stare at Me, featuring Anderson Paak. I like that song. Number 7 was Jay Brown, featuring October London, Just a Matter of Time. And before we get into the next song, I'm going to tell you, October London, oh my God, that's Marvin Gaye Jr. If you
Mm.
close your eyes, you can actually hear Marvin Gaye's voice. I'm telling you, he just sounds freaking just like like Marvin Gaye. I'm telling you, he has a song with Tyrese. I mentioned this a couple of countdowns ago. He has a song with Tyrese called "Bedroom Bully," and when I closed my eyes, I was like, "Freaking! Did Marvin Gaye what you call it? Did Marvin Gaye become resurrected?" Because I'm telling you, he sounds freaking just like him, man. You gotta listen to him. October London, Luca, you gotta listen to him.
Oh,
You
really?
definitely gotta listen
Okay.
to him.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But speaking of great artists, it's time to get into your song "Lost."
Okay.
Oh, I like it. I love this. This is one of my
Oh,
favorites.
oh, you
Come
do,
on, man.
huh?
Tell me. Tell me.
Oh my God. Lost. Lost was a complete disaster trying to make it. It was a
What?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It came out okay. I would say, oh man, I would say I saved it because
Uh,
the production was crazy and there was so much stuff in there. And
wow.
we went back in there and we just cut things out of there and we took it down to the basics. And it was supposed to be like a real Afrobeat type song, and it ended up being more of a pop song.
Uh-huh.
So it didn't come out at all how we wanted. And
What?
yeah, and then someone else had written the first verse, and
Uh-huh.
I didn't like it, but I didn't want to cut them out completely, so I kept the first verse, and then
Okay.
I wrote everything else to it.
Okay.
It was hard. That song was hard to make because people, well, the guy that really was working on it, and I should say he really tried, and he wanted to give me a song that, you know, he kept saying, I'm going to give you a song that you haven't done before, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And yeah, it kind of was, but not really. And then it's like I said, instrumentation was kind of crazy, and then we took it back down to the basics. And I said, okay, if I can't really do anything special with it, I said, let's keep it simple. And that's really what happened. And I go, listen, before I end up scratching the song, I said, let me just do something easy, like on the
Mm-hmm.
whim. And that when the chorus was born, the da 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 da, oh, that was it. And I'm like, well, I'm keeping that. I want people to remember this thing, and that's it. You know. But yeah, Lost. It's a good song, but it was something to go through to make it. Yeah, it was.
Wow. Wow. But let's get into it. The independent song of the week, Luca with Lost on Big Woo! That's when it comes down, baby. Yeah, you know, you thought I was gonna do it one more time. But you guys, that was the awesome song, Lost. What's one of your favorite songs that you've recorded?
Ooh, yeah, I was afraid of that question. I don't. It's I know it's hard to say because uh, so many songs are important, you know, at a different point in your life. Um,
Yes.
I think Broken, which is a slow ballad, I think Broken is one of my favorites, and She Wants Control. Those two songs I would say are important,
Yeah.
important songs. And you know, She Wants Control. I got to throw in there real quick. She Wants Control. That song was 5 years in the making. So
Wow.
this song is older, but back in the day, it took 5 years to make. It went through so many
Wow.
changes that,
Wow.
yeah, you wouldn't even recognize the song from when it started to the end. It was crazy.
Wow, that is great. 5 years?
5 years because so you know a lot of times you just take a break, you listen to it so much and you don't know what to do with it anymore, and then you know you wait a couple of months or 3 months and then you go back to it, and then you go, well, I do need a guitar, then you got to get a guitar player in there, which is, and it has a live guitar in it, so
Mhm.
which I always try to get live instrumentation as much as I can. I think it adds so much to the music. um
Mhm.
but yeah, but there's so many good songs. Again, once if you go through, you know, if 2 3 years go by, you change as a person, so you record a couple of songs and you go, well, this is my favorite song now, so it's hard to really pinpoint it.
What's your least favorite song?
My least favorite song, oh boy. um
Uh-oh.
My least favorite songs. Maybe there's this one song that I did. I put a little bit of Italian in it. It's also a ballad. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I want to say the name.
Say it.
So it's actually here. I can pull it up here. Give me a hot second here. Let me pull it up.
Okay.
Um, 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 um. Yeah, I got songs or something. Let me see. It was called "Leave Me Alone."
Oh,
It was an
okay.
R&B soul ballad. And it was called "Leave Me
Uh-huh.
Alone." And it was the first song I recorded where I mixed Italian with it. And
Okay.
because I do speak in case no one knows, I do speak Italian and German fluently, read and write both languages.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so when I recorded that song, I added the Italian, and I wanted to sing more Italian, and then it didn't come out right, and it went through so many mixes and changes, and I think it got a little overproduced. It sounds all crunched together and kind
Mm,
of weird. But yeah,
mm,
that's the one. Although sometimes, the one you hate the most ends up being
yeah.
someone's favorite.
It's happened to me. That's happened to me so many times.
See? Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, man. But we're gonna talk more to you. But let's get back, and we're gonna get into your business next. But let's get back into this countdown. The number six song comes from Leela James, a fellow Gemini. This song is called "Right on Time." Let's get into it. Number six, Leela James was "Right on Time." You guys, that was a legend. Number five is a legend himself, Charlie Wilson. Man, this is his latest single called "Keep Me in Love." Now it's time to get into the old school jam of the week. The old school jam of the week comes from a dude. He's a rapper. He's been rapping. So his first album came out in 1996, and this is one of the songs from his debut album. Today he turns 55 years old. We're talking
Wow.
about none other than Jay Z, Beyonce's husband. I know people get mad. People get mad if I say that. Let's get into it. This song is called "Ain't No N Word." Let's get into it. "Ain't No N Word" by Jay Z, his first ever single on the Top 20 Countdown Old School Jam of the Week. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, you guys, that was a "Ain't No Like the One I Got." Hey, I say no, the sentence versions. "Ain't no player like the one I got. That nothing do you better." All right now, cause you. But we're talking to our guest, Luca. Luca, what's your love life look like? What's going on? You got a boo thing?
Well, no, I've been married for over 20 years.
Oh, for real?
Oh yeah.
Wow! Shout out to wife.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Shout out to Diane. Diane has been sticking by me through thick and thin and through all these years with my crazy
Wow.
self, and so it's been all right.
And yeah, give a shout out to anybody else you want to give a shout out to.
Shout out to my manager, Joni Campanella, Cassandra Williams for trying to push my career a little bit further. And that's really it. Yeah, yeah. So that's the team right there. Four people.
That's right. That's right. And do you have oh, before we leave, we have to give a moment of inspiration. Give somebody like some inspiration on like a message that who's done what you're doing or who would love to do what you were doing. Just give them just like a minute. Positivity.
Yeah, the only thing that I want to tell someone, and most likely it's going to be someone who's younger and who wants to do music and get into the entertainment field, just stick with it. Don't if you know you're good at what you're doing, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. It may take a moment to get there, but you will get there 100%. Just keep working at it, and a lot of people are going to try and take you off your path, but stick with it. And even if it's just for yourself, just stay sane and be happy for yourself as well. Just keep at it.
That's right. That's right. You know what? We're gonna talk. Stick around. We're gonna talk more to you. We got to get back into this countdown. The number four song is one of my favorites on this countdown. Leon Thomas with Mutt. Let's get into it. Number four, Leon Thomas with Mutt on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did three in a row for you. We did number four was Leon Thomas with Mutt. Number three was Tamar Braxton with You on You. And number two was Wow, Aaliyah and Tank with Gone. Now it's time to get into the number one song. The number one song is by, what, I'm gonna see if let me see if you know your urban music. This dude came out 20 years ago. He
Uh-huh.
had controversy back in 2009. And let's see, he's one of the Browns. I'm gonna tell you like that. Do you know who it is? It's not
Mm,
Bobby. It's not Bobby. It's not James.
Uh,
And
not the
he
one
and
you
he and
mentioned.
his major influence is Michael Jackson.
Hmm. I don't know. Who is it?
Let me see if you can run it. Run. I should have. You know what? Chris Brown. That
Oh,
Chris
Chris
Brown.
Brown. Oh, Chris
Yeah,
Brown. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Chris
yeah.
Brown. He's been around. He's been around for a minute too. Chris Brown
Yeah,
is.
20 years. 20 years. I even went. I didn't go to the Breezy Bowl because it was too damn expensive. But I
Yeah,
saw it.
I
It's like
know.
like $500 just for like a seat to sit. I said no, thank you.
I
I love
know.
it, but not that much. But
Yeah.
but let's get into it. The number one song, Chris Brown with Residuals on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, we did that was Chris Brown's Residuals. Luca, how can people reach you?
I'm pretty much everywhere. I mean, find me. Just type in LUQA, even in Google, and either Luqa Music, Luqa the artist. That's on Instagram. It's Luqa the artist. You can find me on Apple Music, Spotify, pretty much any other platform where you can download the stuff. You will find me there. I don't care if it's a platform that's in Africa or in North Korea or in
Oh wow.
England or wherever. You can find me anywhere.
That's awesome. I want to say thank you to our guest, Luca. You did
Thank you.
fantastic. I
Thank you
also
very
want to say
much.
thank you to the stations that carry us, Block FM, Apple Music, Spreaker, Spotify, everybody. And then thank you to the listeners. I think this is our hold on, don't get me started lying. I think this is our 300 and 75th show. You made it 375
Wow,
shows.
all right.
Congratulations, you guys. And you guys, as I said before, I was going to end it, but baby, this ain't the end, baby.
You
And
see, never give up. That's what I'm
yes,
saying.
yes. And if you want to reach me, you can reach me at www.linktree.com/OLUSHEYI.BANJO. And you'll be able to listen to this show, the past shows, my videos, including my latest single. I don't know what my behind closed doors. I've been through I got so many songs I can't even remember. The thought for the week is no matter what people say or do to you, keep on going. And we're going to end this with a gospel song. And you know what gospel song I'm going to end this with? My song, Move for Jesus. Let's get into it. You guys have made this a big hit. I want to say thank you. And you know what, y'all? May God bless you. Hold on. Let me get it right. May God bless. May God bless you. Hold on. I didn't do it right. All right, cancel that. May God bless you. May God keep you until we meet again. And that's it.